out to the clap button working.
You know she gonna start acting up with these damn sound effects. She was smacking the hell out of this thing last week. I was crying. It was like ting, 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 ting.
We have gunshots and everything else. We have gunshots. But no. So today we are talking about sex conduct. And amongst other things, but code of conduct is the main topic right now. What should be done, what shouldn't be done when it comes in regards to relationships, dating, social media, flirting. And, you know, a lot of people always, I guess I say they would have, like, different ideas or opinions about these things. But this is a sex show, so we are going to get to it. Sex is going to be the topic. Sex conduct is the main thing that I want to definitely get to when we're talking about a lot of stuff on today's show. So Kenya Sweetz is the one who suggested this topic. So I wanted to know, like, what were you thinking about? Like, what came to mind when you decided to talk about this topic?
You kind of got to give me a second because I'm setting up my live. So.
Oh, wait, we need lives.
Oh, okay. She got
we
the
need
whole
lives.
She got a camera
Shout
for
out
the
to
camera.
Kenya Sweetz being on point.
She got everything.
We need lives. But no, like, when
I'm here.
you said it, I started to think about, like, do's and don'ts in the bedroom, which we kind of briefly talked about
from
already.
there. Let's
We
start
always
there.
do, and nobody pays attention to it.
Let's
Damn,
start
somebody
do's
calling
and
it
don'ts in
already?
the bedroom.
Jesus.
Yes.
Someone's
We
calling.
didn't even start the show. Listen, don't let it be nobody calling for me talk some crazy shit about me on this I'm mad shit. It always happens. Yeah, again.
Like Solo's breaking the rules.
Like the last time.
Solo's breaking
like,
the
because
rules.
you already know how you give it a
Giving
Don't
it up.
talk about me.
Hey. Get it right. I'm on the radio, y'all.
Okay, tell the people I'm on live. Come on, go ahead. Tell everybody else I'm on live. There we go. But no.
I'm gonna have to look at the words that y'all's typing.
Angles are good though. But no, like when we think about sex conduct, what is the first thing that comes to mind for you guys? Do you think conduct is something that you guys can, I guess, waver with?
No.
Wait,
like,
what is sex
She's like,
conduct?
no, it's not.
Let's start
Let's
from
define
there.
it.
What
Let's
is sex
define it.
conduct? Like, all right, I know for me, sex conduct, I'm a fetishist, so it could be anything. I do everything. Dom, submissive, it varies. So we got to at least discuss that off top. Yeah. What are we doing here? True. You know what I mean?
Very true.
And so we got to get on the same page. And then, of course, you know, if you're in the fetish world, you know the rules: safe, sane, consensual, right? So, and then after that, there's the safe words. You know, hey, okay.
Oh, he's on.
Pineapples.
I don't think I've
Pineapples are good. We do have a caller that's on the line right now. Hello?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
He sounds like, who's this?
This is Ralph Terry calling.
All
Hey,
right.
Terry, host of Blog Talk Radio with India Morel.
Oh, yes.
Yes, hot sugar tea.
Hot sugar
Yes.
tea. Yes. So can you give us the tea on some sexual conduct or the codes of conduct in your life?
In my own personal life.
Yes, your sex life. We have to get into it.
Oh wow, my own
didn't
sex
think
life.
you was
First rule of conduct must have protection.
You said first
Yes.
Wakanda?
He said sexual conduct, first thing is must have protection. That's a
I
fact.
have to agree. I love condoms.
Yes,
Kenya
you
Sweetz
gotta
loves
have
condoms. We
you
all
gotta
know
have
that.
condoms.
Yes.
Second rule: don't draw blood. Don't draw blood.
Don't draw
That's rule
blood.
number-
Okay, we must be
That's
talking
not
about
his
like the
thing.
beating a bitch
Safe
ass,
word, safe word.
thing.
Don't draw
Talking about
blood.
the sexual.
Use
Yes,
your
you
safe
should
word.
not. I
Alright,
mean,
let's
bruising
stop
is
on that.
okay.
Let's stop on that topic because recently, I mean, I'm in this world, so I know about it. You know, we got girls getting spankings, we got men getting spankings. You know, when do you say that, you know, enough is enough? When do you speak up? If you're the submissive in the situation, when do you say that, you know what, I don't like what you're doing?
Yeah.
Are we using the safe words? Is everybody using safe words? I find that I don't think everybody's using safe words because they're coming back with stories. How can you come
I
back with a
feel
story
like-
if you use the safe word?
I feel like
Well, I think that even with the safe word, but at times, sometimes you get like a little bit too into it, and
that's what I was gonna say.
and from one perspective to another, like you may hit somebody with a paddle or a flogger, and it's just a little harder than what you normally would do because you're really into the moment, and you may accidentally strike harder than what you should. I mean, it happens, and that's when your safe word, or you get the person who'll say, look, mother. Oh, can I curse?
Right?
Listen, baby,
cursing
speak
is a
your
safe
facts.
word?
Speak your
Cursing is a
facts.
safe word. But no, I
Okay.
completely agree with you. And you know what you said when you talked about getting into the moment? I think about that because sometimes when you're engaging in sexual acts, you want that person to take it to the next level. You want that person to, I guess, take you out of your comfort zone or, turn it up a notch. So
yeah, but not the emergency room.
Right,
but
sometimes that is, it might make you call out that safe word, and you may mean it, and then you may not mean it. I don't know. Sometimes, it's weird.
And Sabrina was gonna say something.
Yeah, I feel like the reasons why people don't always use their safe word is because submissives are always trying to challenge themselves, within themselves. So it's when you're in really intense play. And you want, you want to be that. Yeah, you want to be that. Mm-hmm. You want to, push yourself. And sometimes it goes too far even for you. And by that time, it's already too late for you to.
Yeah,
because you already pushed yourself past, your comfort zone. So I've done that before, and it wasn't.
That could definitely be true because I've done submissive, but with me, I really stick to my checklist. You know what I mean? I stick to the checklist. If I say I'm not doing it, I'm not fucking doing it, and don't push me to do it because then you're gonna see a fucking other side of me.
Shout out to King of Cities.
That's how I am.
Shout out to King of Cities.
People who've worked with me know that about me, and people really don't complain that have worked with me. They like working with me, whether it's being dominant or submissive. But right now I'm not doing submissive work because I find that people nowadays really are pushing the boundaries, and that's why I definitely want to have this conversation because don't push my buttons because I'm gonna fuck you up.
Pretty much. Yes, I understand that definitely. Going past people's limitations, everybody has something that that they're willing to do, not willing to do, whatever their restrictions are. That's what they stick by. That's what works for them. But when you mentioned being a submissive, sometimes when you really are in that position, I don't know, you might be breaking the safe word, or you might be, going past your limits, and you might have to allow that person, to make you uncomfortable, to bring you to that next level. Because, they always say people who become successful, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So that's just with anything. So even if you're trying to succeed at being a great submissive or succeed at a good nut, you might take yourself out of what would be the norm or what would be something that you're consistently used to.
And then a lot of times another situation would be the doms don't. Sometimes the doms don't know when enough is enough. Sometimes they get so into it and they'll just keep going and going and going, and that's when you can really cross boundaries and really break someone's trust because they hear the safe word, but in their head they might think you're kidding or whatever, and they don't take it as seriously as they should.
Or they could be battling that as well. They could be battling that, and also I feel battling something within themselves. They could be wanting to reach new heights within themselves or want to accomplish something in themselves. So they're just I'm dealing with this person, but I still want to be able to do something brand new or do something that hasn't been done before. So.
And this is why I don't play people kids when it comes down to certain things.
Facts.
I don't. When I say no, it's a certified no. Fuck your safe word. I say
basic.
No. Or I'm gonna say jail. When I say jail, I know you're gonna get the fuck up off me. Then you ain't gonna play the games.
Thank you. Okay. It gets really that basic sometimes.
Yes. So what do you think?
Oh, I forgot he was on the phone still.
No, I know. I was asking him a question, but go ahead.
Well, I have somebody else here that might want to chime in on this
Oh,
conversation.
great. Oh, let's hear.
We need people chiming in. But no, definitely with the.
Hello, Kenya.
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
This is Niecy Honey Dip.
Niecy Honey Dip. What's up, baby girl?
Hello.
I saw you last time at AVN's, Ma.
Shout out to everybody who was at AVN.
I told you. I'm sorry about this damn thing. You're gonna start it again.
Probably all emotional.
So let's hear from you. I want to hear your story. What's going on? She has something to say because, we had some issues. Let me start it off. We had some issues. Okay, AVNs. Last time I went to AVNs, we was talking about who gets to go on red carpet. It was hardly any ethnic people on red carpet last year.
Yeah.
So this year, it was a little bit alleviated. I saw some more diversity, including myself, Dapper Dan. We was on the red carpet, as well as some.
Dapper Dan.
There was some other folks as well that was on the red carpet. It was some representation, a little bit more so than last year. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't, issues. But I've been on the side of throwing events, whether it's a festival, a concert, or anything like that.
Parties,
it's not easy.
Parties,
It's very difficult. So, you have to give credit where credit was due. It was done well. Everything wasn't perfect. Let's say that. All right, that's my feeling on it. But there was some definite issues. Like when we was watching the award show, it's my first time watching it. Why was people on stage for like 45 minutes just talking?
Really? I get the wrap it up B button. I'm trying to tell you that.
Button was
I don't know
not
how much you
working
can
that
talk
day.
about.
I'll wait
for it.
on the stage. Take your ass off.
Right.
Or
And
just
then,
start
so
doing
I'm
the-
like, what's
the power.
going on? And then, you know what? Sure enough, by the end of the show, we're realizing that certain categories did not get announced. People's awards.
Some did.
UncleTone
Some
was actually telling us
You
about
know,
that.
people
he
looking
was,
all
yeah.
nice, coming to the event, trying to represent for the nominated and everything. What happened? That's why I got on the Instagram. I was like, what happened? Like, it was a great show. Weezy, Lil Wayne represented. His performance was dope.
I'm mad I missed that. I never seen
It was really good, and a lot of girls went on stage to meet him and such, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But there was some issues, So, do you want to speak on that, Nisi?
Well, the issues were, for me, they did not seem to want to speak and say anything. I'm a BBW. So being a nominee for me, a lot of people, they're like, oh, well, it's no big deal. Why are you worried about it? You'll be a nominee. It seems like I've been a nominee for everything. But I haven't had a chance to win. But there was other girls that have done so much more and worked with better companies. So I understand, had they just mentioned the names with some type of respect or acknowledge us or act like we in the motherfucking building, because we were all over the building, BBW. I mean, we got pussy too.
Looking
And
beautiful
I
as
know
y'all want
mine
to.
works.
So, you
I know my
specifically
pussy
talking
works,
about the
and I know
BBW
I suck a
category.
I know I suck a pretty decent dick. Like,
Hey.
the fuck?
Shout out to people sucking pretty decent dick.
Yes.
I'm
Sucking pretty
honest,
decent dick. Yes.
And to be honest, I lick a pretty good pussy. So at the end of the day,
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
Yes.
shout
Shout out to
out
licking a good pussy. Yes. 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 Yes.
I mean, I haven't never had no complaint. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna suck it to the head.
They didn't want to give it to you. We'll give it to you.
That's what we want. This is what we want.
It isn't about just giving it to me. I think I want to win, but at the end of the day, I know for a fact that some of the girls are better. You know what I mean? They put more work in than I did, and I accept that. But what I don't accept is being disrespected and not being acknowledged. The fact that, why did you have us get our fans all involved when you knew already that you weren't even going to put us up on a little screen or something? We know they would never let the fat girls walk on stage. No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Maybe
at
the
least
timing
What was
was
the
not
person?
right.
Carla Kane won last
What
year,
was
and
that
they
about?
let her go
Because
on stage.
that's where the questions are going to come up. You're going to start to ask, like, why didn't it happen? You know what I mean? If it was just a lapse or a mistake, then, fix the mistake.
we weren't even in the book.
Okay, so that's bigger than a mistake. I don't know. I didn't do it. It's not my event. But, hey, I wouldn't do it that way.
I don't know. For me, it kind of struck. I have this thing where, had I been able to I was so mad, because I'm looking at the rest of these big bitches, like, you motherfuckers, this is okay with you? This is what you're used to?
The
I don't know.
silence.
It is
The
what
silence.
it is.
That's what it is. You
But
have
what
to
do you
speak
think
up
we
on
would
it.
Right,
have
and
to?
are you wrong to speak up on it?
Yeah. What do you think we would
And
have
that's
to?
what I'm saying, and I have a big mouth, so I say what I feel. I don't sugarcoat shit, and it is what it is. Because I believe in me. If don't nobody else do, I
That's a
damn sure
fact.
do. And
Agreed.
I'm gonna set
ain't
the
gonna
record
stop.
straight. So I'm somebody they cannot shut up.
Yes.
You know what
We
I'm
don't want to
saying?
shut you up, Nisi.
Well, what do you think we
No.
should do, as far as moving forward? Because I'm a person who even though I've went to, different, events and stuff like that, I usually just fly to the city and mostly network and meet with people outside of the event. Usually there may be an event going on, but most of the time I actually don't go to the actual event while I'm there. I just go there for the people who are involved. What do you think we should do to be able to celebrate, more categories like BBWs or, amateur porn and a lot of things that are not
To be
necessarily
honest, like right
professional?
now, like as far as that weekend, particularly that one, they have some of the girls, and I think it was a beautiful thing, have just started their own BBW award show.
Okay.
But that still does not take the place of we are just like the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got some extra pounds.
Yeah,
And I
y'all
feel
better than
that
the rest.
if they-
Well, this brings us to the next part of the
Everybody
conversation.
good in their own way.
Definitely. It definitely
I'm
brings
trying to
us
lose
to the
weight.
next part of the conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
It's prejudice. At the end of the day, it's prejudice. And this is a job, and like any other job, that's just like trying to, you know what I'm saying? When you have prejudice going on, color, creed, sexuality, and not for nothing, hell, they mention in the trannies. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? The gay porn, the trannies, everybody get mentioned, but us.
It's about
like,
representation.
That's the problem, and I
feel
feel that's
you.
something that definitely needs to be addressed.
I think
Because
that's
somebody's
legit.
19,
Yes.
if I am able to go up to their little board or whatever it is they have going on, trust and believe, if I'm able to find out how to go about doing that, I will be one of the people to speak on it if I can.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
ain't nothing
I
like
know
a
I'm
good
gonna
old
need some
email and rounding
backup
up
because
people.
I got mad.
Well, maybe we could.
Like I hate to say it like
create a
this.
new one.
I hate to say it like this, but you see what's going on with the whole marching for our lives things. These are teenagers that are taking place. Even though it was a national horrific thing that happened, nonetheless, they put their feet to the ground, start hitting that pavement. Like that's the things that people need to start doing. If you're really upset about certain things, take charge. Be that person who does it. Start
Absolutely.
something.
2018 is about.
Because imagine how crazy it would be
and
if
I don't
you
know what
walked
it
down
was,
the block like
Kenya.
that.
Yeah.
Kenya, I don't know what it was, but for some apparent reason, when I saw you, then I looked around and seen
Right.
how the ladies are just okay with it. I felt disrespected. I was hurt, and the hurt turned into
And
anger.
you know what?
It all hit me at one time, and I just broke down crying because I was so mad.
It
And
was
for me
the
to
right
cry,
person
I'm only
because you know what?
We got
I
I
couldn't
wanted to
imagine.
put my hands on somebody. Seriously.
That's what I'm saying.
But there was nobody to reach out and touch. You understand what I'm saying?
There's a
So
reason,
that's
you
where
know?
the emotions and the tears
Don't even
came
worry
from.
about that. Don't even worry about that because we're a team. Like me and Dapper Dan was there. What she's speaking on is that what happened after the show. Me and Dapper Dan was there to receive her. Basically, we all crossed paths on the casino
I don't know. It was
floor
like when I
after
saw
the show,
y'all,
and
I just was able to release
yes,
and
and
let
she
go.
was able
'Cause I
to
was
speak
confused.
on her feelings at that moment in a way that she wasn't able to because it was just very stuffy. Like everybody was just kind of okay with it, and we was just like, "What happened?" You know what I mean? So she was able to like really, give that aspect, and it was a real moment. And it's true. Like this is why we're having these discussions.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, it's crazy because
so
I
we
think
trying
that-
to, we gonna change it.
Yeah. But what do you think about the sexual conduct that was going on, like during the show? Like, did anybody grab you inappropriately or anything like that?
You know what? I never have a problem with at
Facts.
any conventions or
Thank
anything.
you.
I don't know. I think I'm just a different type of person.
Do we
I'm
really
like,
want to go into it right now? Should we go
I
into
heard-
Ron
I
Jeremy?
know
Can we go into
somebody-
Ron Jeremy? I'm sorry. Ron Jeremy is one of my
he got
personal
banned. Why was
friends.
he banned?
He's one of my personal friends. I like him, okay? He's
But
a
I
nice
just
person.
don't see. First, this
Okay,
my
that's
That's
thing.
the
You
old
know,
guy with the dick.
Yes.
Oh,
the
God.
Shout out to the old man with dicks.
The old man with
Shout out to
dicks.
the old man
Okay?
with dicks out there.
Fuck out of here.
But this is my thing. This is my thing. You're at a fucking convention, a porn convention. Everybody's fucking and sucking and touching. And when you go to parties or anything else, like it just doesn't make sense to, you know what I'm saying, to single people out and push them away, especially motherfuckers that are like legends that paved the fucking way.
Yes.
You know, I think that's
Right.
disrespectful.
But the funny thing is, look,
Yeah.
let me
I
speak
used
on
to
that a
kinda
little
be
bit.
like that, though,
Let
but
me speak on it a little bit. Honestly, in
it's
my
changed.
experience, I will speak on it and say that in my experience, when I met Ron Jeremy in 2015, the man did not touch me before he asked me if it was okay to touch me.
I respect
I
that.
can't say what anybody else's experience was because
respect
apparently he was caught on videotape. So that's a totally different thing. I can't say that they was wrong.
Right. But I
But
respect accents.
track record is speaks for everything. And in the time that I knew him, girls was always tracking him down, showing up at his place, trying to fuck with him.
Yeah, President
He
St.
didn't
Clair,
have
she
enough
told
time
me.
of his
Shout out to
own.
President St. Clair. She's
That's
the
like
man.
Obama.
She told me she grabbed his
I'm
dick.
pretty sure some bitches tried to be at his door. Michelle wasn't with the shits. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
The
just
same
saying.
thing. Like, that's
He's a good
royalty.
guy.
I'm sure he
He
gets
was a
broke
nice
on all the
man.
time.
He always made sure that I was fed. He was like, "I'm hungry, girl." Like
Food is good. Shit. Food is
Okay,
good. Food is
so,
good.
All right, so that's all I have to
But
say about that.
Thank you so much for calling in. We greatly appreciate your input. Can you let the people know where they can find you at?
Niecy Honey Dip on everything.
Thank you.
Neese Honey
Eh.
Dip on everything.
Yes, yes,
Well, thank you for calling in. And most definitely put your feet to the pavement with that. Like, if you have to, round up a bunch of people that are in the same community as you. I guess as far as sexual community, and you guys do a march, do something. If Amber Rose will do a slut walk, I'm pretty damn sure that porn stars can do their own fucking walk.
Yeah, I don't get a walk. I'm not walking anywhere. I'm just gonna make that clear. I'm not walking or marching.
We don't have a walk,
That's
but
not gonna put money in my pocket.
What
I am gonna
money in the pot. It's not about
What I am gonna do
It's
is I am gonna create porn events on the East Coast where we could definitely work and create our own
We're
content.
not walking because
and
we're not
opportunities for that.
losing weight, but we will just do something.
Yeah, I'm definitely not watching. I'm not
good
gonna
for
watch.
the
I'm
BBW
looking
community
forward
lose
to
weight.
it.
It's
I'll
not like
be
a whole
attending.
concept.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right.
Yes.
Talk to you later.
But no, let's get into it. What's some of like something that happened to any one of you guys where you had to enforce sexual conduct or inform somebody of what their sexual conduct should be at a certain time?
Is slapping people on the head wrong?
That's a form.
Like, no, so
Shout out to the people who
y'all
get
know
slapped
my
in the head
thing.
and understand it's just a lesson.
Wait, can I hear myself? I don't feel like I can hear myself. Okay, I can't. Okay.
Turn my mic up. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's up. Okay.
up.
Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, okay. So my conduct is I just don't like not being pleased. Like, if you're doing what you're supposed to do for me and you don't do what you're supposed to do for me, I'm going to knock you upside your fucking head.
Ooh.
I've been known to do that. I have to stop doing that because it's not nice. And I have hurt people's feelings in the past. But, I mean, like, if you giving me head and nothing's going to hang on, you could see I'm so not
What else?
reacting to
There's
that
nothing
shit.
else you could do. You either have to push the head away or
Exactly,
it's like,
and then I end up having like damn near box you in your
It's
head
weird.
because first off, I can't take a nigga that's doing all the licking and munching and shit. And
It means it's
Well, I
bad
like
head,
that.
obviously. If it's not doing nothing for you, then it's
Someone's
bad head, basically. So
Someone's
bad
calling.
head is a no-no. Bad head is a no-no.
What? The phone is
I
down.
just love how
Where's the phone at?
Solo's descriptions always start with "if you're giving me head."
listen, I'm gonna
What a
speak
great
for
way
me.
to start
And
things.
this is how because you already know
Great way
somebody gonna try to
start
shoot their shot after this shit. And I be telling niggas all the time, like, I'm crazy as shit. Don't do it. But if you want to, here's the warning. Like, this is the disclaimer.
Yes.
Just like in the pill commercials, you may die from this. And the bitch walking around all happy and jolly, screaming and shit. Like,
Like,
I
you may
mean,
get smacked from this.
exactly. You may get a smack if you do this incorrectly. If you bite in and you trying to like do all this extra shit,
You
don't
better
do
not
it.
Don't
Don't.
do it.
It's
Don't
nothing-
bite the pussy.
Don't bite. Don't bite the pussy.
Don't bite the pussy.
No, don't fight the pussy. Some of you niggas be just fighting. Y'all be fucking fingering, punching, gutting,
And be
all kinds
I'm
of
not
shit.
into fingers.
I don't understand.
If you are not a person who gets manicures or keeps your nails clean,
Oh, keep your fingers
you
out my
better
vagina.
not touch my vagina. Like there's guys out there, fucking mechanics. You know?
Always with the oil in the hand, want to be
Yeah,
the person
and
that
you
touch
think
you.
that you're gonna no.
Like, first off, did you wash your hands?
Disinfection.
Yes, waiting for it. Like you're waiting for
Okay,
one of
clean
those.
hands is a must. Hygiene.
Wash
okay?
your
Hygiene.
hands.
Like
First
literally
off,
wash your hands. Like,
Yes.
That's
like
always been
literally
my
right
thing.
now. Like wash your hands
Like,
right
yeah,
now.
babe, come from the basketball court. Nigga, wash your hands before you touch me. I don't know
And
where
you
that
have to
scalding
get
was
your-
at.
Absolutely.
I don't know where your man's was at. Y'all was chilling. Y'all was smacking hands. He probably
There's
was eating
nothing
ass
wrong with
before.
that.
And there's
I
some
don't know.
guys
Wash
who
your
probably
hands
would say
now.
the same thing.
If
I
you
know
was
some-
gonna cook, you would go wash your hands, right?
True.
You're not gonna go in my food and make me a salad with dirty hands. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's like the same
so
thing.
it's salad. You know what I'm saying?
That shit makes
You
a lot
know
of
who
sense.
said pussy is fruit, right? They said pussy is fruit.
Sweet
Pussy
as
is a
ever.
fruit.
Juicy fruit.
So wash your
Juicy
hands.
fruit. Juicy fruits. But no, like actually getting to, trying to be more sanitary and making sure things are, I guess in good standing. I guess guys could have the same argument too. I've known guys to say, "Don't bite me," or be sensitive, or
I can't stand when
I
dudes
always
like,
feel
lick
like
my
though
nipples. I
guys
be like,
they
nigga.
can take more. Yeah.
Is it just me? I hate that when dudes be like, kiss my neck, bite my nipples. What?
I can't
Nigga,
do- yeah,
what?
biting
Like,
the
first off,
nipple
who's
is
the
like
bitch?
a-
Is it me or is it you? Because I feel like you want to cuddle after this. and
Yeah,
this ain't gonna
biting the
happen.
nipples might be a little bit too much for me, but I've done it before. I've done
Too
it, but I
much,
like.
like-
But as I was doing it, I was just like,
It's just weird. It's
It
like
really
a
is.
flat surface, and you're
There's
just
no
digging your
cushion.
face in like a flat ribby.
Then I be thinking, like,
rib
is this how
cage.
you feel when you lick my titties? Is
that
this
a
how
rib
you
cage?
feel?
You got a couple of loose hairs.
and you're just going down
Rib
each
cage with
cage
some
like.
loose-
Another
Hairs.
code of conduct: shave your fucking balls in your chest. I can't take no
Thank
hairy
you.
ass niggas. It's one thing for the
Manscape.
beard. It's cool. Beard's sexy
Manscaping.
shit. I'd ride your face with beard, all that kind of shit. But just
That means we
just
gotta
down
shave, too.
here,
We believe
down
in
here,
manscaping in
just-
this
I
code of conduct. So
Yeah, scaping. Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
his hair.
Shaving is a code of conduct.
Code of conduct is respectful.
Don't let them get all.
Be respectful of my vagina.
We're not gonna-
But what's too much hair? Like I hate like not having no hair at all because then I feel like a child.
When I can't see.
No, you could trim. It's okay to trim.
Yeah, like I trim.
when
Don't
I
get me
can't
wrong.
see.
Yeah,
I used to listen. I'll say it just like this: when I'm in a relationship or I think I'm about to get some, I'll nair it, I'll beat it, it'll be cool.
Exactly.
Other than that, my shit is a low Caesar. You're not seeing really nothing. You have to go look to see the specs. It's there,
Searching, you
but
shall
gotta
find.
look.
No, I'm just kidding.
I can't do it. Like it's just a thing with me. Like if I put my panties on and I'm seeing hair, I'll be like, oh, that look nasty.
Yeah, like
I
if
gotta
it's
stop
coming
everything
out.
and change it.
So like for work, I literally have to shave every night because
Yes.
it's full nude,
Oh, you
top
have
and
the,
bottom.
the
Yeah,
thongs and
so
stuff.
like we're required to keep ourselves, clean and
Oh, you
The
have to
slingshot,
shave,
right?
Yeah.
That's a slingshot.
Oh wow.
Is that what's called? The slingshot?
No. I mean like
I
it's
want one of
fully
those.
it's fully
I
nude.
do want one of those. I want a
Oh,
slingshot.
so when you take everything off,
Yeah,
it
we have to
should
take
have it.
everything off, so our vaginas are out on stage, so we have to
have it
shave everything.
Shout out to your club.
Yeah, but
Yes, yes, yes.
sometimes I like to just let it get a little, cause it hurts shaving every day like that.
And you don't want to keep.
But
yeah,
then you could beat it. You don't have to
Like, it
shave. You could
hurts.
beat. You could like beat and wipe.
I get so nervous
Or-
putting that too close to my stuff. Like you don't get nervous.
beat. You rather put a blade next to your stuff than have.
Well,
Yes.
because I have more control of
Yes,
it.
I've never put.
If it starts like getting all messy, then
See,
I'm like,
each
oh,
his
it's on my
own.
clit now. So I
Hey,
I
your
never put
way
it in a
is
certain
your
right.
way.
It's levels to narrowing your
Everybody got a
vagina
different
and
way.
being-
I'm
you
all
don't-
about your way.
You know what? And you know, I have the
You
bottle
don't
of
gotta do
Nair,
all that.
and I've never used Nair on my vagina, but I always think about it. I'm like, damn,
I have the one with the baby
what
oil
would
and the
happen
aloe vera.
if I put this?
Shout out.
More than a
You could do the
motherfucker, that's what's
follow-up,
gonna
the
happen.
TLC
Yo,
aftercare.
shout out to Jason Forbes. He said nothing wrong with some hair. It tickles my nose when I eat it.
Hey.
I hear that hot shit. All right.
Yes. Shout out to the people who just want a little bit of hair. Shout out to them. Oh man, yeah, you gotta have a little bit of stuff, and that's why, like, I still go back to that. Even though people could, engage in sexual conduct and make sure that they're letting their partner know what's okay and what's not okay. I think people still enjoy when their partner just goes to the next level, or their partner just does something that's
Out of the norm.
right? That's slightly unexpected. It might, and sometimes it might be against your conduct codes. It might be something that you're like, hell no, I don't want to do. I'm
Bad
against
breath is
this.
against my conduct code.
She's like, there's no way around that.
There's no way around it. Because then I feel like my pussy's gonna smell after you lick it. I can't. You ever met a nigga I be talking to
I said
you?
that to one guy. I was like, yo, your breath smells like cigarettes. I don't want to put smell like
Shit,
cigarettes.
no, listen, we
I
talk
think
about
it'll
this.
happen.
I told that to
This is a
dude one time, and I
common
was like, nah, I'm
conversation.
good.
The cigarettes, because no, it's the cigarettes itself. Like the cigarettes could be a turn off, and the person is not a turn off, but the cigarettes is a turn off. You know what I mean? You'd be
You
like,
think
oh, the
about
person
that.
is a turn on,
For
but
me,
the cigarettes
food
is
too.
a
I
turn
don't
off.
want you eating, and then you're gonna eat me out. Like that's
That too.
not no.
Putting your food particles all in my vagina.
No, I
Come
think
on
about
now.
that. No.
Be smelling like candy yams and mashed potatoes, all kind of crazy shit.
Well,
That's
depends on
not
the
cool.
food.
Wow.
Because
That's
niggas
it,
don't
that's
never
too
have
much, yeah.
snacks. They have full fucking meals. So this nigga have
Right,
hot
niggas
wings,
is-
French fries, blue cheese,
Henny,
Hennessy, and then you want my vagina to smell like that? Are you crazy?
yeah, that's-
Fuck no.
yeah.
But if you obviously if you have whipped cream or something like that, that might
See,
not.
But
that's
you know what it is?
different.
Brush
Whipped
your
cream is
tongue.
good.
Brush your
Wait.
fucking tongue. The
And
tongue
people
is where
think
all
that
the
What
exactly-
you
germs
got on the
are.
gram? What you got on the gram? What did they talk about?
My
Chris?
dad thinks that we talk about
my
the hair on my
God.
head. Dad, we talking about pussy hair. It's not good.
Shout out to
Nigga
Dad for
said,
still
hey,
believing we're
Craig,
I
talking
did not
about
grow
hair.
that for you, Dad. That's not how that
Nigga said, Craig,
works.
tell your fine daddy. I said, hi.
You hear that, Dad? She said, hey. Dad, we was not talking about the hair on my
No,
head.
not the hair on the head.
Don't
just
get
the
it
pussy hair.
wrong. I did not grow any of that from my father.
Oh, he's so sweet.
That's so beautiful. Her dad can actually
That
go on her
is.
live and like laugh and joke with her.
Yes,
My dad would be like,
yes,
"Get
yes, yes.
the fuck off the air. You embarrassing me." Like, first off, log off.
Yes.
You
You
can't
can't
She
sign
grew
it.
it just for me. I'm like, no, that's not what we were talking about. We're talking about the other kind of hair.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
It happens.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Confusion happens.
No. Well, some people lick heads. That's some people into that. So, I guess that could be, I've
Man,
seen it.
you had me traumatized with
I've
uncircumcised
seen
dick
it.
conversation last week. Because
Wait.
somebody sent me a picture of an uncircumcised dick, and I was
Oh,
just
man.
like, damn, son circumcised.
Uncircumcised dicks can't be told.
Damn.
You just have to know how to deal with it.
I don't want to do all of
I'm excluded from this
I know,
conversation.
yeah, she's excluded from this, but I'm like, you can kind of still deal with it. Like, you can just, pull it down and, do all that.
That's
but
too much to do.
it's always something to do. It's just like a vagina. When you just pull the lips back to the side, they always say people's vaginas are different, but guys have to do
I don't know, man.
Females have to do that.
There are people that do that, and they be going vicious.
Yeah, I guess you just have to
Had
work
some
with.
of that earlier this week. Damn, I missed it.
There you go.
Damn, I missed it.
Shout out to Vanessa having no sex life, like at all.
Understand how it's
Like,
possible.
at all. I like this. I had a girl at my job who was she was talking about some dick she got out, and I had to think to myself, I was like, yo, I knew when the last time I had sex, but I actually thought it was. I thought it was a closer in time frame than it actually was, and I looked on my phone. I was like, that wasn't 2 weeks ago. It ended up being like in the beginning of February. Like I was like, oh my god.
All the way off.
But it's okay. My vagina's getting tighter. You know, I'm just waiting on
Shout out
that.
to the tight
sucker
vagina,
to-
tight
to-
pussy
to get that penetration.
Shout out to the tight orgasm.
But no, I'm completely into like that's why another reason why I enjoy doing this show, because we do talk a lot about sex, but I really wanted to talk about the overall situations of relationships and people connecting, and that for me that's a huge part of my life now. I've had great sexual experiences, and for me anybody can get good dick, anybody can get good pussy or anything like that. But to be able to connect with somebody, get to know them, and really be able to vibe out, I feel like that is something that people don't showcase as often as they should.
And that's a turn on. Like
for me too.
What?
Like that's
if
that
you
is
engage
it.
me in
Like,
conversation, oh my god, pussy probably be what the whole damn conversation you talking.
And
be
people
like,
don't know
damn
that.
nigga, do
if you could talk
know?
about anything and anything, you know. So it's just
He be like, yeah, this, that, bananas,
And then
apples,
being able to
oranges.
go
I be
back
like,
and forth.
nigga, nigga, do you understand what you could get right now if you was just like, just be quiet. Let me take over. We take over.
Sometimes talking
Sign
is good.
closet
Sometimes too much
or
talking
wrong.
can prolong things.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
hate the niggas that want to explain themselves. Like, I had to cut some dude off because I kid you not, everything with him was, I see a goal for us and we could build and we could get houses.
why don't you
and
just
we
worry
could-
about the
we
now
could
and
do
how we're
credit.
feeling now?
You know,
Yes,
because a lot
yes.
of people don't understand how you are and your personality and your movements, but
boy.
I'm here to support you. I was like, nigga, first off, you sound like you
Well,
speeching.
was it authentic?
Like a
Like,
speech every
damn,
time.
Like, oh no, he was on the game. That was the
He
ill
reminded
game.
me of like old hip hop records, like ha 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 ha,
Basically.
ha, ha, yeah, ha, ha, yeah.
That remind me of my dude,
And that's
big
how he would
shoulders.
talk, and I'd be like,
Yo,
how he would talk,
you
and I
could
would
go
be
on for
sitting here like,
days.
I would just be so lost.
Yes,
And I felt
indeed.
bad I had to cut him off, but he was another one. Like, he just came out of pocket. It was too much talking, and then the sexual content was just like, I'd be like, oh, you're
You could
boring
go
me
on
with the
for
sexual
days about
content
dudes
too.
and they talk.
Like,
Yeah.
just give me like, I don't want the A through Z of what you want to do to my pussy. Just give me the A through D and let me fantasize about the rest, and then I
Say
can
A through
show
D.
you when I see you. But the A through Z, you're doing too much, and I'm just like, this nigga talking shit.
Yeah,
You don't even know what the fuck he doing.
but sometimes talking is good. As I told you, I like for a
like
man
to
to be
talk.
direct. I like for a man to say what he wants and what he wants to do.
yes,
and
but not in the statement of a 10.
yeah, we don't need a paragraph on that. But yes, you do need to be verbal about exactly what you want or what you need done. Like that's definite. We are gonna get ready to take a break. You know, we're halfway through our show.
I don't know why I want to hear that twerk song for. And I don't got no ass to be twerking, but I want to hear that black youngster, black, whatever that is. Yeah, see, booty, can I touch that? But that shit, I don't even know why I want to hear
That's
it.
a
'Cause
lot of
I
stuff that's
don't
out
have
there.
no ass for that.
You're not. You have waistline.
Don't start this waistline shit again. Don't start this.
waistline.
Let this one twerking on the camera.
Yeah.
We didn't even get to the damn break yet, and she already going.
Going
like,
out to break with Kenya Sweetz out here twerking. Yes, yes. We gonna be back in about a couple of minutes just to finish out the Smiles69Network show. Laters.
Damn, sound like really? Like y'all missing titties. Just
I would have showed y'all, but
Oh, we're back.
All right, so how am I doing this now?
And we're back. Also, my father wanted to clarify. He was talking about his girl's pussy hair. Because I'm so used to him being like my girl.
I hope he ain't hang up.
He probably did because it's not.
No, because
No.
But yeah, I'm glad he understood the conversation.
Because he was like, usually when he says my girl, he's talking about me. Because I'm like the youngest and I live with him and shit. But he was like, I called him. I'm like, Dad, you do know we was talking about pussy hair, right? He's like, yeah, I was talking about my girl. He goes, I like when she grows that shit out. Then he started getting into bad details. I was like, this is a separate conversation I don't want to have.
Shout out to him.
oh my God, no, I would never want to have that convo with my dad.
No, I was talking to my dad last night about dating. And, you know, I always see, I love that you have that relationship with your, father. Because a lot of times when people are in the adult industry or they do a sexual job, or they just are doing things that quote unquote families might not always accept. It's always good to have that one, that one person that loves you and supports you unconditionally. And I think that that's a
he
great
definitely
thing.
does.
And my dad is just like that as well. Oh, we have somebody on the line.
You gotta do this. I don't remember how to do this phone thing. All right, we got it. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I need you to speak up a little bit louder because it seems like it's really, really low.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Is it better?
Yeah, we hear you loud.
Who's this?
Live and clear. Who is this? Who the hell is this?
Jay
Agent Me?
Hollywood.
Hey, what up, Jay
What's
Hollywood
good?
from Love Triple X Models? What up?
That's correct. That's correct.
Yes.
What's that?
What is your input on this sexual conduct really quickly before we go? We got to know. What's your limits? What's something that you want to let the people know when it comes to sexual conduct out there?
As far as, you have to respect yourself. At the same time, you have to know when to say no and when to say yes. I mean, that's kind of where it's at. You have to have a standard. Does that make sense?
Have a standard,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Good, yes.
You have to have a standard. Like, certain things. You can't do everything for the money. You know what I mean? So you have to know when to say, okay, I'm not going to do it, and that's it.
Know when to say no.
That is my life. Knowing when to say no, and not just because of the money. People think that I'm always focused on money, but a lot of the things in my career, I've always focused on not doing things for the money. If it's something that I'm not going to enjoy.
As sex workers, we still have morals and we still have limitations to what we will and
I
not
think
do.
that's the disrespect that a lot of people give to you guys in your profession, is that they feel like you shouldn't have limitations, you shouldn't have any personal boundaries, like you should just be open and bust it open for a real nigga. Like,
Right.
no.
I've heard niggas actually say that.
Right.
And I don't even get paid for sex, and I still ain't busting it open for a real nigga. You gonna have to spend some ends.
Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is getting ridiculous.
But see, you gotta realize what you do that you don't like will always impact you for the rest of your life.
That's
because
very
you have
true.
to be humiliated by looking at it. You know
That's
what I mean?
very
Or
true.
seeing it or hearing about it. Come on.
Because you would look at yourself and be like, I can't believe I was so damn nasty. Like, I really did that.
I look at some of my
Well, I
videos,
could do a
was
lot
just
of
like,
nasty
damn,
shit, and I don't look at it like that.
Or better yet, my
But
situation
if I
would
didn't
be
want to
like,
do it, then that's
Exactly.
different.
Right. I think back at the time that I shot a lot of my videos, and I'm like, damn, that video was kind of nasty. I see why.
No, I like nasty
But
shit,
then again,
though,
I
but
look back and I'm like, damn,
it
I
just
had so
depends
much
if
fun.
I
think
agreed
about the
with it or
people.
not. You know,
nasty.
if I was with it, then I'm doing the nasty shit. But
That's why I was
you know.
always selective about who I
That's
chose
why-
to shoot with, who I chose to work with, who I chose to be around.
See, you gotta be
Because
picky
those
with
things
the dick.
are
This is here we go
picky.
back
We
to
talked about this
picky
last
with
week.
the dick.
Picky with the dick.
Yeah,
Or
picky with the
clit.
dick.
Picky with the
Picky with the
clit.
clit.
Picky with the dick.
I'm
picky with the
personally
clit.
about the checklist. I am about the checklist, and the checklist is new because that's what's been going on lately, in the past since 2017, 2018. Can you speak on that, Jay? The checklist?
Yeah. The checklist as far as you have to look at the demand that's going on in the industry as far as what's right and what's wrong. As far as the industry is concerned, they're not concerned about anybody but money. So it's sort of like
Whatever you can do to make money. That's what some people think about.
That's all. I mean, because they could. You know what? Honestly, let's be honest. Okay, all right. It's the racism and all that. We can go through all that, but that's it's kind of BS, right? But here's the thing: they don't care if you have one eye in the middle of your forehead with one leg. You got 1 million followers. You're gonna bring money? Shit, come on in. Let's shoot you. That's it.
Yeah. I just want to just input this really quickly. Shout out to Priscinda from the Grown Man Show. She said,
fucking stop.
Exactly. My safe word is fucking stop it. I think that will work.
I'm telling you, mine is jail.
I think
Basic,
that
Mine is jail.
that is
Let's
straightforward
just keep
to
it
the
straightforward,
point.
yeah.
If you hitting it too hard, I'm like,
Yeah.
what you do a nigga jail. Jail.
I can't think, in a crisis situation.
But
Like,
I'm
let's
a
just
crazy
say
bitch, so
fucking
even if
stop.
I
How
have a
about
safe
that?
word, I kind of would still want my partner to go past my safe word. I'm crazy.
That's the fucked up part about it. Like, pain is pleasure. It's a
I
pain
know,
is
I've
pleasure
seen
concept.
you, Vanessa.
Yeah, I'm just like,
like
keep
Vanessa,
going.
you've done things.
Keep
I've been
going.
like,
Yeah,
hey, damn,
keep going.
girl.
Keep going. Keep going.
Right?
So,
I think it comes down to
I'm
like
a
that
wild
whole
chick,
pain
so
is
for me to
pleasure
say
thing.
that-
Like when pain is pleasure, that's a bad concept sometimes too, because you'll be so into it, but like mentally you won't be into it. You'll be really physically in pain.
Well, I think a lot
But
of it is
mentally it'll be
trust.
like-
or
too,
you be in
and a
pain
lot-
afterwards.
Here's the thing. I
Exactly.
think a lot of especially new talents, I think people be too trusting right off, you know, and you kind of like gotta hold that back. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with holding back the trust and saying like, no, I don't trust. You know what I mean?
Or just putting limitations. Maybe
because people will look at you and say, oh, well, you don't trust me, but no, I don't trust you because I don't fucking know you.
Exactly.
What's wrong with saying that?
People used to tell me you're not serious about your business just because I wouldn't shoot with them.
That shit irks my soul.
I'm like, oh really? Okay, well watch me do business without you.
My favorite thing is when somebody tells me.
It's just like that. How dare you? Like, how dare you?
That's
Like,
the thirst.
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's the thirst. That's the thirst.
I agree with that completely.
I used to hate when people would tell me, like, on the modeling aspect or anything, like, I shot so-and-so. You should be happy. Well, nigga, guess what? I didn't come to you. You came to me, so you already know what I'm bringing to you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what happened before.
But this is what we're talking about because, you know, they'll come at a new talent and say, well, you're new, so you haven't worked with anybody, so let me tell you blah, 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 blah. And before you know it,
they've
don't
already
listen
tried
to
to
that
put
shit.
you into something. Yeah.
Straight up, but it's true.
But you know what? That's where the mixture of business and pleasure gets in the way of advancement. Because one person can be about business and the other one is basically strictly on pleasure, and they're willing to sacrifice and do whatever they have to do to get that person on a pleasure note. But the girl or the guy on the other side is like, I want to do it in the business aspect. And they like, well, you did this and did that. It's like, well, that's childish. That's
It is, but I see what you're saying because they're getting pleasure out of their little power dynamic situation, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always something to get out of.
And at that point, you got to realize, well, maybe they're too immature for this industry.
Correct.
Or business, period.
And that's why I like talking to you, Jay, from Love's Triple X Models.
Can you let the people know where they can? Can you let the people know where they can find you at?
You can find me anything that has Love Triple X Models on it. Google me. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, I'm everywhere. Just
Google Love's Triple X Models and find them on Instagram.
Google Love Triple X Models.
Yeah. I like talking to him because you know he always be coming with the wisdom. On the
Wisdom is needed. Wisdom is needed. Definitely. Thank you so much.
I'm probably like a double X model, not a triple X.
There you go. But that's
maybe like a 1X, a half a X, 1.5 X.
The little cross.
You gotta find your balance. Like that's the thing about it. Stay in your lane. If you know, and that's another thing with the conduct. If you know certain things are not comfortable for you, maybe you should stay in your lane. Because while you coming out of your lane, I don't want to say hinder yourself. If you feel like you could push yourself to that lane, then go ahead, swerve over.
I know I do great with swallowing, but I don't do well with facials. So I know to tell somebody come in my mouth versus, you know, coming on my face. Like I understand.
I could just imagine like
I'll do the
like I can't like that.
I'll
I
do
can't.
the facial. Like coming in my mouth,
facials.
that's kind of personal. Like yeah, I'd rather do the facial.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you come in somebody's mouth, that's some serious shit. And see, guys don't even think like that. Guys think I would just come to bitch mouth. She allowed you to do that because she might be really feeling you. Like
I don't mind coming in my mouth. I'm just saying if it's between facial and coming in my mouth.
See,
I'll say
I'm not for
facial.
everybody coming in my mouth. I'm more so for the nigga I'm
That's what I'm saying.
right, like that has to be my
saying.
that has to be
It's
something
gotta be
I'm
like
pursuing.
my
Yeah.
dude.
Like some people gotta understand that, and I think that's the problem. People don't understand.
How often
It
should
could
females?
happen, but you might have to, you know.
Yeah, just
And just be
work on
clean
it.
if you're gonna come. Like if you're my nigga and I trust you with that, don't disrespect it. That's what I ask you not to do.
Right. Well, then that's another situation. You know, when you cross those boundaries in a relationship, when do you come back? Do you come back?
Yeah.
Or do you?
Like, would
you
you
let
let
it
be able to
go,
say
or-
no?
yeah.
And that's another thing too. People need to understand. Just because I did it yesterday, don't mean I want to do it today. I'm
Yes,
allowed to
you're
say
not
no.
gonna swallow.
Some
in
things are in the moment.
Yes,
And niggas
some
be feeling
things
like
are in the
once you
moment.
get a
That's perfect.
pass, it's a all pass go Monopoly type. Like
things
no,
are
Or
just
some
in the
things
moment.
are in the moment. Some things you're willing to do just at that specific time because of the energy or what may be happening.
I gotta be in a real good mood to get something in my booty.
But it could happen.
Hey,
oh, you made them grits.
it
it's
has to
just
be
a
a
good
certain
moment. It's
mood.
just
It
a really
has
good
to be a
moment.
mood. It has to
You
be
made them
something
grits and
going
eggs.
on.
You're gonna have to figure
you
out
made
how to
that
get
shit
that
I like.
moment.
Come over
Come
here.
on.
Come on.
You can get this
Go,
right now.
go,
You
go
can
get the plug. Let's go. Get the plug. Let's go.
That happens.
You can get
That's
this
a
right
credit.
now.
Cause if I ain't in a good mood and you trying to slip a pinky in there or something, I'm gonna
Like, hey,
I'm
Boy.
gonna do a 360
Hadouken.
real
You go
quick.
Hadouken or somebody?
Facts.
you might get karate kick.
All right.
Yes,
well,
indeed.
if you guys could wrap this up in like I guess a statement or so, what is it that you want to leave people with as far as conduct goes?
Well,
Consent is everything.
That's good.
That was it. That was my thing.
Consent.
No, say it again, 'cause I
Consent is
almost cut you
everything. Yes,
Consent
Sabrina.
is everything.
Love
Just gotta
that.
have consent.
It's like a hashtag.
Hashtag.
Hashtag consent is everything. No, motherfucker, no.
My thing is this. I know it's kind of contradictory, but it's, push it to the limit. I just say push it to the limit. Even though we might have sexual conduct boundaries and restrictions, sometimes you might really enjoy if somebody takes you out of that comfort zone or somebody pushes you somewhere that you haven't experienced before. That might be a new thing for you. So
See, it's not bad.
No, it's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta trust
Because
them.
limit is where you stop at. That's your limit.
Hey.
That's your stopping point. But
You
don't
just gotta
push
trust the
past the
person.
limit.
I say that might be me, but push it to the limit.
But trust them. Trust the person. that
Trust
you're
the
letting
person
push
that
you.
you're letting push you. Like, just don't choose anybody to push you. Just don't choose anybody. But yes, I don't know.
I don't know what to say because I was going to say something. Okay, well, what I was going to say before was
Leaving
that,
the people with.
what I was going to leave the people with is that in the adult industry, we trying to, help people and help talent and stuff like that, and like, like reach out and like network with each other and stuff.
Yeah, we should do. We have to do that more.
So that we're like not all falling through the cracks and just like getting neglected in the system and stuff. Because I'm not about that life. We're not for the shits.
That's another reason why I created
that's
this
what
show. I
I
wanted
wanted to
to connect with people more. So it's a great thing.
Yeah.
What are you leaving the people with, Solo?
Respect my shit. Real clear and simple.
Facts.
Respect my shit and secure my fucking bag.
Hey.
But that's your girl Solo Charm. S0L0_charm. Vanessa Smiles.
Yes, indeed. Vanessa Smilez. Vanessa_Smiles with a Z.
You forgot your name.
Yes, I did. Vanessa Smiles. Vanessa_Smiles with a Z. Sabrina, can you let the people know where they can find you at?
Sabrina Ryan Official on Instagram, and catch me tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the Tavern Lounge in Jamaica, Queens, with LSD performing on stage.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Yes. Yes.
Gonna be bussing it.
Perfect way to end this show. That's all.
Bust it.
And Sweetz, can you let the people know where they can find you?
On Instagram, I'm at Sweetz is back, and I also have a website, Sweetz XXX Video. That's a free website, so you can see like all my updates and the latest expos I've been at and stuff like that. So
Yes,
check it
Right.
out.
This is
bro.
a sign off. Smiles69Network
Sis.
each every Sunday, 9
Yes,
to 10 DCF
indeed.
Radio. Have a
Yeah,
great week,
shout out
everybody.
to DJ UncleTone and the Grown Man Show in the back.
We get to party tonight with Tone.
Hey, the big guy. Yes. Boss man. Boss moves. Later.
All day.
Out.
Bye bye.